there, my name is Catherine Orford. I'm the Director of Success Mindset and Results at Personal Trainers Business Bootcamp, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you today why 92% of your clients may not achieve their New Year resolutions or their health and fitness goals. The first reason is they're not willing to make the changes in behaviors that is actually going to produce the result that they're after. How many times have you had a client come to you that gets super excited and inspired? Maybe it's the beginning of the year, or maybe they've had a friend that's lost weight or gotten fit and had, talked about you, and they've gone, you've got to work out with this personal trainer because you're going to get the results. But then they don't actually follow through with the behaviors that it's going to take to get those results. And the reason that they're not willing to change their behaviors is because the goal that they've set is not aligned with their highest core values. We have unconsciously, we choose where we're going to spend our time, how we're going to spend our time, and who we're going to spend our time with based on our highest core values. Now, people don't necessarily know this consciously. We're constantly making decisions, but those core values are driving the show. They're virtually behind the wheel of our car that is taking us through life. So if one of their highest values is not health and fitness, maybe bonding with their mates is actually a higher value than perhaps health and fitness. I know when I first started working with Brian and we used to have these, amazing conversations, and he'd say, Catherine, I need help. These people start signing up. This guy comes to me, says, I want to lose weight, I want to get fit. And then he goes out on a Friday night and he drinks masses of beer with his mates, and he watches the football and he eats pizza. And he wonders why he's not getting the results. I can only meet him halfway. What am I going to do? And I said to him, Brian, it's easy. His goals are not aligned with his highest values. Another reason why clients may not achieve those goals is that they actually have limiting beliefs. Perhaps they started this at this time last year and they failed. And let's face it, if they don't have a positive recall that they can do this, they don't have a foundation. And it's up to you as a personal trainer to build that self-belief in them. And that's what I'm here to help you do. We need these people to actually believe that they are capable of doing this. And if they had something in the past that they're dragging along into current time, guess what? Whatever it was that they failed with back there, that they're dragging with them into this current moment, is going to create the same result again, isn't it? So that's one of the reasons they're limiting beliefs based on past times that they've tried. And that ties into my fourth reason why people don't necessarily achieve their goals, and that is that they have a low self-esteem. They actually don't believe that they are worthy of achieving the result, and or they don't have the self-belief. They don't believe that they're capable of it. So I would love the opportunity to take you by the hand and teach you how to instill self-belief in all of your clients, not just some of them. The fifth reason that often your clients will not achieve their results, we all have a default pattern. And we have a default pattern that we go to when we get stressed. And if they have an unconscious default pattern that is about sabotaging their efforts, guess what? That is going to kick in when they get stressed in life. Perhaps they sign up with you, they're going great, they're turning up to class or to sessions with you, they're eating really well, and then their boyfriend leaves them or they get the sack from work. When we get stressed, those old defaults can show up and they can just virtually strangle the goal and pull it down into the mud and sabotage their efforts. Another reason why clients that you have may not actually achieve their goals is, in actual fact, for them the goal is way too big and it's overwhelming. I have a client that I'm actually peak performance coaching over at the Bolshoi Ballet at the moment. She's only 14, and it was just so big for her because she got there and she's in with 16 to 18-year-olds and she doesn't speak the language, and it's huge. And her mother was leaving, about to come back to Australia. And I said to her, if you were to get an Easter egg, and the Easter egg was the size of your bed right now, this huge, big chocolate Easter egg, can you picture that big Easter egg? And she said, yes. And I said, so how would you eat that Easter egg? Would you shove it all in your mouth and eat it in one bite? And she said, no, of course not. I said, exactly. You would chunk it down and you would eat it bite at a time. So when you have a new client come in and they set goals for themselves, or perhaps it's a client you're already working with that is not achieving their goal, chunk it down to little tiny bite-sized achievable goals. Before she actually left to go to Russia, I said to her she had to learn some Russian. And I said, what do you think is a reasonable amount of Russian words to learn before you go each day? And you've got 14 days before you fly out. She said, oh, about 5. And I went, really? Is that doable? Well, it turned out, and I was guided by her, and she said yes. After about day 2, when she was meant to be actually sending these words to me and telling me what she achieved that day, it wasn't happening. Not only was she not doing 5, she wasn't doing any of them because it was too overwhelming. So we chunked it down, and I said, how about just doing 1 new Russian word or phrase a day? She was just like a little skyrocket. She was off. She was sending me an email every day going, this is a new word that I've learned. So for you and your clients, really think about how can you chunk down their goals. And because when we create a goal that's so achievable, guess what that does? They achieve it, and then it creates a foundation of self-belief. And it inspires them to go, wow, if I did that, I can do another one. And it's just these tiny little steps along the way that eventually is going to create a path to that really big goal. But in the meantime, they're not feeling overwhelmed getting there. Does that make sense? And the 7th and final tip that I've got for you on why perhaps some of your clients are not going to achieve their results is actually the fear of achieving it. Now, I know this sounds kind of counterintuitive, but often if we're going to achieve a goal that we haven't ever achieved, say for example someone is overweight and they come to you, they might be a little scared because if they lose weight, how is that going to make their spouse feel who's also overweight? So achieving their goal may well be a wonderful feel-good for them, but they might be worried about how that's going to impact the people around them. So you really need to check in with them and go, okay, is this goal that you're setting in the highest good for everybody, not only yourself but everyone in your inner circle? And in Personal Trainers Business Bootcamp, we actually talk to you and we talk you through this really fabulous strategy that I have used for the last 20 years on how to not only set goals but get goals. So I hope you found these tips useful. In the following one, I'm going to tell you what you do need to do in order for those clients of yours to achieve their results. So thanks for listening. Comment below. Let me know what you found the most useful. Did you have an aha moment? Head over to Personal Trainers Business Bootcamp for other free resources, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.